to the Bears Den on the legendary Phoenix College campus in the heart of the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona, as we have come to the 27th and final match of the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship. It is time for the championship match featuring the 10th-seeded Gauchos of Glendale, and the top-seeded Cobras of Parkland College. Let's introduce the teams for tonight's championship match, beginning with the 10th-seeded Glendale Gauchos. Freshman number 1, Carly Bauer. Sophomore number 2, Corinne Bauer. Freshman number 3, Sydney Foster. Sophomore number 4, Kristen Vicente. Freshman number 5, Kayla Dora. Freshman number 6, Mackenzie. Freshman number 7, Haley. Sophomore number 8, Heather Fisher. Freshman number 9, Roxy Wolf. Freshman number 10, Misha McDowell. Sophomore number 11, Courtney. Sophomore number 12, Kayla Grimes. And sophomore number 13, Kelsey Tudor. The head coach for the Gauchos is Lisa Stuck. Assistant coaches Brittany Rose and Nick Giofranakis. And now introducing the top-seeded Cobras from Parkland College. Freshman number 1, Madison Hartman. Freshman number 2, Rowan Rozier. Sophomore number 3, Tegan Fly. Freshman number 4, Haley Gray. Freshman number 7, Lizzie Barnard. Freshman number 8, Kelly Lee. Freshman number 9, Elena Jackson. Sophomore number 10, Elise Delkey. Freshman number 11, Maya Peacock. Freshman number 12, Ayla Dew. Sophomore number 13, Madison Wilson. Freshman number 14, Kaylee Kleiner. Sophomore number 16, Caitlin Hunt. Sophomore number 18, Morgan Hickman. And sophomore number 19, Lori McKee. The head coach of the Cobras is Cliff Hastings. Assistant coaches Ron Hoppy and Allie Reese. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask this capacity crowd to please rise and remove your hats or caps. Join us as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. and gentlemen, we want to remind you that the National Junior College Athletic Association and Phoenix College promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for the removal from the facility. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. On to the championship match!
9 a.m. Thursday morning. That's when all of this started as the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships commenced. And here we are, some 56 hours later, and with one major piece of business still to decide. The upstart Cinderella team of the tournament, the Glendale Gauchos, seeded 10th with the second fewest wins of anybody in the 6-team field, entering in, trying to beat the Goliath of this tournament. Top seed Parkland College, owners of 54 wins. Jim Howe welcoming you to the Bears Den on the campus of Phoenix College in the Valley of the Sun for the final time in this 3-day event. 26 matches down, one more to go, and two storied programs about to go at it. The Gauchos in red and black to your right, Parkland in green and gold to your left. And this is going to feel like a home matchup for Glendale, who came all of 25 minutes away to battle for this tournament. Glendale having trouble keeping it in, and Parkland strikes first blood. It'll be interesting to see in the first 10 to 15 points or so which one of these teams is more rattled than the other. The pomp and circumstance is mounting, and a capacity crowd here at the Bears Den. Set up, and Elise Dahlke has it deflected. Sydney Bunker able to control. Haley Christensen goes cross, and Barnard. Now the sneak attack by Hickman, and Bunker just barely escapes disaster. Gauchos get it back over. Here's Hickman again, and a quick shot by Jackson is fielded. Comes to the back line for the Parkland libero. And now Tegan Flaws on the deflection gives the Cobras a 2-0 lead. Here's Lizzie Barnard on the running jump serve, but wait a minute. And Aaron Volleyball from one of the ball runners went loose, so they will do it again and have Barnard start that running jump serve one more time. That one hits the coffin corner. And so far, it looks like the Gauchos are the ones with the butterflies. Parkland hailing from Champaign, Illinois. And as I mentioned, the Gauchos here in the Phoenix area. That one blocked on the attempt by Courtney Beck. And the Gauchos struggling to get things rolling. Here's Hickman for Flaws. That one deflected by Kelsey Tuvell, the ace libero. Comes back to the back line. Hickman for Jackson. Jackson finding it just inside the sideline for the point. 4-0 Cobras. So far, the Cobras acting like the top seed in the tournament. Here's Beck getting it back over to the line. Hickman for Jackson right in the middle. And the Gauchos need a timeout. Lisa Stuck is going to call one. We'll step aside as the Cobras are off and running, trying to avenge what they did in last season's championship match, falling to Cowley. It's Parkland 5, Glendale nothing. Set number 1 of the NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship on NJCAA TV. Back here at the Bears Den, Jim Howe bringing you the action of the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship. And the top seed right now acting like it, trying to avoid the upset special, but the first service error of the match goes to Parkland, and that's the way that the upstart 10th-seeded Gauchos get on the board. So it's 5-1 Parkland. Here's Haley Christensen with a deep serve. Looked like it was going out. Cobras keep it in. Dalkey now going long. And the Gauchos come out of the timeout with back-to-back points. Christensen, the freshman middle blocker. That one mishandled, and the Cobras now all of a sudden struggling to get back into the rhythm that they started with. Ace for Christensen. 3 unanswered by the Gauchos. Packed house here at the Bears Den. Christensen, the line drive. Barnard should have let it go. Hunt gets it back in play. Almost snuck in. Bunker with a quick setup, and the finish by Misha McDowell. Parkland with 5 straight, and the Gauchos come back with 4 in a row. And this mostly Glendale partisan crowd roaring their approval. Christensen, another line drive. Hickman at the net. Goes behind for Flaws, and Flaws goes cross court to stem the 4-0 rally. Side out Cobras as Jackson serves from the far sideline. Bunker with a short service. That time the Cobras are ready, but the follow-up by Flaws goes wide. And Glendale comes right back 6-5. The 5'8" sophomore libero, Kelsey Tuvell, has had a whale of a tournament trying to build off it here, and that's not the way to start as a service error sends it back to the Cobras, who have led the whole way so far. The Cobras have won 1 national title in their past. That came back in 1999. For Glendale, they have had several opportunities in the 17-year career of Lisa Stuck, but this is the first time they have ever gotten past third place. 3 separate third-place finishes in the past. Here's Barnard from the middle, and that one goes into the double block and down on the Glendale side. Barnard's first kill, 3-point Cobra lead. Madison Weldon, the 5'6" sophomore setter from Champaign, Illinois, who splits time with Morgan Hickman as the starting setter. Barely gets over the net. Here's Bunker setting it up for Dahlman, and now a net violation against Parkland. Give the point to Glendale. Side out for Dahlman, the native of Peoria on the western side of the Phoenix area, 5'9" freshman outside hitter. Here's Weldon. Short setup for the tall, lanky Lori Van Beek, and she'll put it home. Van Beek, when she's able to climb the ladder, she seems much taller than that 6'2" that she is listed on the roster. Madison Harpist, designated server, will serve it up. And that one just gets inside the sideline right in front of Gauchos head coach Lisa Stuck. Second ace of the evening for Parkland. They extend their lead back to 4. They've led by as many as 5. Another short service. Sneak attack by Mackenzie Beck. Van Beek ready for it. That kill blocked back to the Cobras side. Here's Barnard with feeling. Tavell digs it out. Comes to the far side. Beck has it blocked. Glendale trying to control. Net violation. Point Parkland. And they have equaled their biggest cushion at 11-6. Still under the service of Madison Harpist. Waits for the signal from her head coach, 5-year head man Cliff Hastings. Here's Beck going backwards for Dahlman. Kept alive by Van Beek at the net. Harpist gets it back over. Here's Beck to Beck, and that one scissors through the defense on the double block. First kill of the night for their leading striker, Courtney Beck. Beck will back up, and the redhead will serve it over to Parkland. Weldon in the middle, serving up for Barnard. That goes down, but it winds up being a deflection, I do believe. Yes, give Barnard her second kill. Back to a 5-point Parkland edge. They have not trailed yet. Here's Caitlin Hunt, the native of Monticello, Illinois. Line drive, cross court. Beck gets it up in the air for the other Beck, and now a double hit off the setter, Mackenzie Beck's hands. And the unforced errors that the Gauchos have been avoiding in their first 4 matches of this tournament have suddenly come to fruition here in set number 1, along with probably plenty of butterflies. Jackson able to get the block, pushed back over. Kill attempt by Christensen, double block by Crozier, and Jackson puts it back. Cobras have doubled it up on the Gauchos. Caitlin Hunt, extra breath before she serves it up. Here's Beck setting up Christensen. Christensen cross court, dug out by Harpist. Barnard down the line and inside the corner. Cobras on a roll, and Lisa Stuck wants timeout. Gauchos call timeout. Cobras with their biggest lead. It's top-seeded Parkland 15, 10th-seeded Glendale 7. Keep it here for more coverage of the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship right here on NJCAA TV. Parkland College had the bullseye on their collective backs throughout this entire tournament and pretty much throughout this season, considering they were the preseason number 1 team in the nation, finishing the 2013 season ranked 2nd. Their best finish in some 15 years, trying to go one better tonight. Hunt trying to continue to build on this 8-point Cobra lead. Here's Mackenzie Beck for Haley Christensen. Another double block, but the Gauchos' wave of defense is there. Christensen will try it again. Dug out. Sneak attack by Weldon works. Weldon, the setter, picked a perfect time to put it in the middle of the Gaucho defense. 9-point Parkland lead. Gauchos have been on their heels since the first serve. Gave up the first 5 points. Came back to get the next 4, but have not been able to tie it. Here's Beck setting up Christensen. Not much of an angle, still gets it over the net. Weldon, backward service for Crozier. Dug out by Beck. Here's Christensen. That's deflected. Barnard's there. Weldon, quick setup for Jackson, and Jackson trying for the corner, but pushes it too hard. Carly Bauer inserted the liberos, serving it away. Weldon has to work to get it up, but right there for Barnard, who goes down the sideline for the kill. Weldon with a nice assist. She'll give way for the other setter, Madison Hickman, who will come back to serve it in. Tegan Flaws joining her in the starting 6. Cliff Hastings on his feet in front of the Cobra bench giving out instructions. Here's Courtney Beck. And a cross-court kill attempt goes wide by Misha McDowell. First double-digit lead of the match, owned by the top-seeded Cobras. 18-8, Parkland. Hickman wearing that number 18 on her green and gold home jersey. Beck for Christensen, trying for the dink, but Hickman's there. Harpist gets it up in the air for Barnard, and Barnard finds the far corner as Glendale lets it go. 5th kill already for Lizzie Barnard. Parkland continuing to build on this double-digit lead after sweeping 5th seed Columbus State a night ago in the semifinals. That one deflected. Barnard tried to save it, but that'll be a kill for Misha McDowell, side out Glendale. Sydney Bunker, the star setter, from right here in Glendale. 5'6" freshman serving it away. Here's Hickman, quick service for Jackson, and the Gauchos with no time to react. Jackson with 3 kills, all in the same manner from the middle of the net with a quick setup. Here's Barnard. Taking a glance at her head coach for the direction. Goes cross court, and that one just wide. Second service error in this first set for Parkland. And it goes back to the Gauchos, who now have some work to do to get back into this first set. Haley Christensen running jump serve, a short one. Hickman has to go to the side to save it. Flaws with the dink. Saved by Dolman, but nobody behind her. And Flaws will get the kill. 21-10. Cobras in command. Gauchos a little bit shell-shocked. Elena Jackson with the serve. And apparently a rotation error against the Gauchos, something you don't normally see in a national tournament. Deep service by Jackson. Bunker going behind for Dahlman. That's double blocked. Gauchos trying to save it, just barely get it over the net. Here's Hickman. Over for Dulke. Hammers it down. Controlled by Fisher. Cobras. Sneak attack by Hickman doesn't work. Here's Beck going to the back and just past the back line. About a ball and a half out. 23-10. Parkland extending their biggest lead. Here's Bunker going behind for Dahlman. Nice dig by Hickman. Keeping it alive is Jackson. Dalkey has it deflected. Scrambling is Bunker. Gets it from the backside for Christensen. That's blocked by Van Beek. Another setup for Beck. Jackson gets it up for Dalkey. That's deflected. Glendale keeping it going. Bunker for Dahlman. Deflected once, twice, and finally falls for the kill. Dahlman in the scoring column. Gauchos with side out. Tavel trying to work on a 12-point deficit. Tavel, one of 2 liberos on the team, and normally Tavel is automatic as a server, but that time a service error, and just like that, it's game point Cobras. And Cliff Hastings wants Madison Weldon in there to try and finish it off. Parkland contingent who made the trip from Champaign, Illinois, here to the Valley of the Sun on their feet, cheering them on. Here's Bunker going to the near sideline for Beck. Double block, gives it back to the Gauchos. Beck again, over the top. Hunt with the dig. Hickman with a push kill. Saved by Tavel. Comes over to the near side, and Dahlman with back-to-back kills. Dahlman scoring the last 2 points. Would love to add a third with an ace, and she does. So Dahlman starting to get the butterflies out. Still still game point. We're going to be saying that for a while here in this first set until it's decided. Hickman, short serve. Van Beek doesn't have any suspense as she puts it down, and emphatically the top seed in this tournament takes the first set. The 2 teams will change sides. We will take a break here from the Bears Den in Phoenix, Arizona, and the 2014 NJCAA District 2 Volleyball Championship. It's Parkland 25, Glendale 13, right here on NJCAA TV. Well, on paper, this would seem to be a mismatch, considering Parkland comes in with 54 wins, Glendale with just 17. Parkland, the preseason number 1 and the postseason number 1. Glendale unranked in the last 4 NJCAA polls. But the previous 3 opponents for the Gauchos all thought that it was a mismatch as well, and they went down. Kansas City, Kansas, second-seeded Central, and then the defending national champion Cowley last night. The Gauchos have to come off the deck, though, after falling hard 25-13 in set 1, and the Cobras will serve it up to start set 2, courtesy of Madison Weldon. Here's Sydney Bunker. Backwards set up for Christensen, and that one just a little long as the adrenaline continues to pump through the veins of the Gaucho players. Weldon, one of the better setters on this Cobra squad all year long. Standing setter who starts as far back as she can. Dahlman has the kill attempt deflected. Weldon trying to set it up for Barnard and sets it up perfectly as Barnard goes cross court. 6th kill for Barnard already. The native of Tolono, Illinois. Only one of these Cobra players not from Illinois. That would be Kelly Lean from Upwey, Victoria in Australia. And there's an unforced error by Courtney Beck. Gauchos starting off the second set the same way they did in the first, out of sync, and Lisa Stuck trying to stem the tide, calls an early timeout. 3-0 Parkland in set 2 will step aside. More championship volleyball on NJCAA TV. Want to give a special shout out to James Crenshaw, who has spent this weekend working every single one of these 27 matches, producing, bringing you the sights and sounds of this great tournament. For Jock Jive Productions and for NJCAA TV. Glendale trying to get on the board here in the second set, and Flaws with kind of an off-balance shot. Controlled by Glendale. Christensen gets it back over to the Parkland side, but not cleanly. And then, as she tries to slam it home, Lexi Wolf hits the net. Violation, 4-0 Parkland. The big crowd wearing black and red, not liking that one. And now an unforced error on the service error by Weldon. Finally gets Glendale on the board. But already looking up at a 4-1 deficit. They gave up the first 5 points of set number 1. Lisa Stuck chomping on her gum nervously. The 17-year head coach of the Gauchos sitting down. And there's a double block off the kill attempt of Barnard. Dahlman gets it into the middle of the Cobra defense. Barnard will try it again. That's blocked by Dahlman. Saved by Weldon. Over to the other side. Flaws. That's a dig for Tuvell. Bunker trying to save it at the net. Can't do it. Side out Parkland. Here's Lizzie Barnard, the 5'10 freshman outside hitter. Low serve goes into the net, and again, Bunker trying to save what she can't do. And Bunker looking at her backline defense saying, I need some help. 6-1, Cobras in the lead. Barnard with the serve. Bunker setting it up for Beck. Dug out. Now Weldon with the push kill attempt. Beck's there. Beck tries it again. High in the air with the dig for Hunt. Here's Dahlke with the dink. Bunker goes behind for Dahlman. That stays in, and Dahlman has come to play. Only 6 kills so far on the night for Glendale, but Dahlman has half of them. Tavell with the side out. Big save, and Dahlman will get another push kill. Tavell put it away from the Cobras defense, and that set up the point. Jackson, hard kill. Nice dig by Tuvell. Christensen will get it back over to the Cobras side. Backward set up, Barnard for Dalkey, but Tavel's there. Here's Bunker for Beck. Beck has it deflected once, twice, and it'll fall for the kill. And for the Gaucho fans, they've got to hope that will get their 5'10" sophomore striker on track. 3 unanswered points by Glendale. 6-4, Parkland. Tavel with another running jump serve. It's short. Hickman setting it up for Flaws, who splits the double team. Cobras, I'm sure, have to feel like this is a road game, considering that this crowd capacity at the Bears Den is 3/4 Glendale Gaucho fans. And so far it hasn't mattered, and it didn't matter there as Van Beek stuffs it back in the attempt from Dahlman. 4-point Parkland lead. That equals their biggest of the second set. Dahlman will get it back over to the Cobras side. Barnard has to save it. Now Dalkey with a deep kill, and that's going to fall despite the sliding effort from Tavel. Jackson trying to work on this 3-0 run, but she's too strong. 4th service error for Parkland. That has been a problem throughout most of the tournament. The Cobras have usually had more service errors than their 4 opponents. Inserted into the lineup, Kristen Vicente to serve. Here's Flaws trying to hammer it in, but Tuvel's there. Beck will save. Christensen back over to the Cobras side. Here's Weldon setting up Dalkey into the double block. Saved. Tuvel has to get it back over. Weldon trying to push it back on. Here's Beck setting up and getting the point from Misha McDowell. So Vicente, the 5'8" sophomore opposite from Tuba City on the reservation, gets the ace. Surprisingly, they have 3 aces on the Gaucho side out of 20 possible points. Here's Weldon in the middle for Van Beek. Vicente with a dig. Can they save it? Not quite. Christensen and Beck sliding, and Lisa Stuck applauding the effort. Madison Hickman back in for the service purpose. Up 10-7 is the Cobras. They have led the whole way. Beck from McDowell. That's blocked. Beck will get another chance for her sister, and that one will trickle across the tape and drop. Beck to Beck. Mackenzie the assist. Courtney her second kill. Make it her third. And the Gauchos are back within 2. Courtney Beck trying to cut that deficit in half. Here's Hickman behind her for Crozier. Pushing it, but it goes long. And it's a 1-point game. And the Gauchos starting to look a little bit more relaxed than they did in the first set. That one just barely gets over the net. Hickman for Dalkey. Hammers that one home to keep Parkland in the lead. 3rd kill for Dalkey. Madison Harpist will check back in for Cliff Hastings. And the 5'3" defensive specialist will serve it up. Wearing that green number 1 on the front of her gold jersey. Beck for McDowell. That's blocked. Vicente still in there to dig it. Christensen gets blocked on the other side. And then the sneak attack by Beck is pushed right back. 3 blocks in a row by Parkland. They finally get the point. Short service that time by Harpist. Here's Christensen. That's deflected. That will find its way in the corner. And Haley Christensen finally on the board. Carly Bauer ready to serve it away as she checks in, the 5'7" freshman libero. One of 2 Peoria natives on this squad. Short service. Here's Hickman. Straight up in the air for Barnard, and not much the Gauchos could do as Barnard went down the line. Already 7 kills for the outside hitter Barnard. 13-10. Hunt finds the corner for the ace. Each team now with 3 aces. Parkland with a 4-point lead. They've led by as many as 5 in this second set. They won the first set by 12. Beck keeps it alive. Bauer puts it back over to Parkland's side. Here's the setup for Crozier on the assist from Hickman. 15-10. Parkland thwarting the Glendale rally for the moment. And Lisa Stuck wants to talk about it. Timeout on the floor. Parkland up 1 set. Parkland up 15-10 in set 2. Keep it here for more coverage of the NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship right here on NJCAA TV. So how did these teams get here, you ask? Well, as I mentioned earlier, Glendale pretty much playing the Cinderella all through it. Starting off upsetting 7-seeded Kansas City, Kansas. And then the real upsets came. Number 2 Central. Number 6 and defending national champion Cowley. For the Cobras had trouble with the 16 seed from MCC Longview in Kansas City, but 1-4. Then we're able to knock out DMAC, Des Moines area, from the championship round before taking out Columbus State in straight sets a day ago. Point to Haley Christensen and the Gauchos. And now they change the call. So Parkland gets the point. No protest from Lisa Stuck on the Glendale bench. Here's Hunt building on a 6-point lead. Here's Mackenzie Beck running for the kill, and that one's just long from Lexi Wolf. And set 2 starting to slip away from the Gauchos, much as the first set did. Down by a touchdown. Here's Hunt, line drive service. Beck, short serve. Wolf has it deflected. Barnard saves it with no angle. Oh, what a play by Barnard. Barnard practically with her back up against the official's up chair, able to go across and still get the kill to land. 8 kills so far for Barnard, and that's the difference right now in this set, 18-10. Beck to the far side for Christensen. That gets through the double block for the point. That stops the 5-0 run by Parkland. Sydney Bunker needs to rally the troops with the serve. Here's Hickman setting up Barnard. Double block, saved. Pancake still alive. 4 hits. Point Glendale. Certainly not for a lack of effort, as Parkland almost seemed like they were bouncing it off of the court. It went straight up 4 times. Here's Hickman on her knees, setting up Crozier. Dig by Bunker. Now Christensen has it blocked. Bunker with another chance to the other side for Dahlman. That's blocked by Barnard. Bunker will try the far sideline. That's blocked again. Tavel has to get it back over to the Cobras side. They'll attack. Hickman for Jackson. Dug by Beck. Bunker keeps it for Christensen. Cross court, long. A long point, but the Cobras just seem to have the answer, at least so far. But remember, Glendale fell behind 2-0 last night against Cowley, the defending champ, and stormed back to win in 5 in what was maybe the classic match of the tournament. Not too many have gone 5 so far in this 3-day event. Here's Barnard. That's double blocked. Stays on the Cobra's side. Christensen tips it. Here's Flaws to Weldon. Back over for Barnard. Trying for the dink. Last minute save by Christensen. And then Beck serves it right into Jackson, who blocks it home. Lisa Stuck wants to get Corinne Tobin in there and give Kayla Dahlman a breather. Tobin, 5'11" opposite. A sophomore from right there in Glendale. Here's Bunker, and Bunker, before she had a chance to even touch it, at 5'2", Barnard went over the top and put it on her head. Gaucho fans didn't agree. Still a point for the Cobras. Weldon just barely gets it over. Mishandled, and Barnard again slamming it home on the Glendale miscue. Double-digit lead again for the top seed. Lisa Stuck choosing not to call a timeout, trying to see if her team will work from it, and that time they don't. Missed hit by Tuvell. 11-point lead. Weldon's first ace. Weldon cross court. Bunker gets it up in the air for Christensen. Right into the double block. Now Christensen will slap it across, but too hard, and it's game point again. Gauchos with only 13 points in the first set and in danger of having a lower total than that here in set 2, but Wolf will change that with the emphatic kill. Assist Bunker, side out Glendale. A pair of big runs by Parkland. 5-0 run and then 6 unanswered, and that's how they've gotten this 11-point lead. Still game point in set 2. Weldon for Jackson, and Jackson mistimed the jump. It's off her fingertips. 24-14. Glendale just trying to get any kind of confidence that they can. Christensen for Barnard. Here's Weldon. Here's Lizzie again. That one double blocked. Over to the other side. Somehow the Cobras keep it alive. Now the Christensen attack. Here's Bunker getting it over for Tobin. Weldon for Flaws. Dug out by Tavell. Long run for Bunker. Here's Christensen from the back line. Dug out by Hunt. Weldon. Cross court Barnard. And that one will be the kill that gives Parkland their second straight double-digit margin of victory. 25-13 in set 1. And here in set 2, Parkland wins it 25-14 in this best of 5. Once again, we'll change sides and get ready for the third and pivotal set as the Gauchos championship hopes rest on that. We'll take a break and come back. You are watching the NJCAA 2014 Division II Volleyball Championship match. Keep it here for more coverage on NJCAA TV. Well, so far in the championship match, as we bring you back, Jim Howell here at the Bears Den at Phoenix College for the 27th and final match of the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships. It has been a dominant performance by the top seed here, winning 25-13 and 25-14. But do remember, the Gauchos have been in this position before. They trailed 2-0 to Cali College last night. While being the number 6 seed, they had the championship experience since they were the defending champ coming into this tournament. And the Gauchos turned the tables and even went extras in the 5th and final set before finally prevailing. So the Gauchos know how to come off the deck, and they've got to do it one more time if they want to bring Lisa Stuck and the Gauchos their first ever National Volleyball Championship. Sidney Bunker will start it off for the Gauchos. Here's Hickman to Flaws. That one's deflected. That one will start it off again for Parkland, who have scored the first 5 points and then the first 4 in sets 1 and 2 respectively. Barnard with the serve. Here's Bunker. Quick setup for Dahlman. That's dug out by Hickman. Here's Flaws going for the dink, but the Gauchos are ready for it. Bunker finding Christensen. Double block, doesn't work. Dolke can't get there. Christensen ties it up. Drastic difference from the start of the last 2 sets. And would you believe that's the first tie of this match? Christensen trying to give the Gauchos their first lead of the match. Hickman for Dolke. Double team, doesn't matter. Off the double block and down. Side out, Cobras. And the team from Champaign, Illinois, undeterred so far. Bunker setting it up. Tobin has it blocked. Van Beek celebrates 3-1 Parkland. And so far, Cliff Hastings' squad has done a good job of something they probably did not expect to have to worry about, and that's take the partisan crowd out of this match so far. The dink attempt by Beck. Dalkey with a nice dig. Here's Barnard from the middle line, but hits it into the net. This crowd, about 75% Glendale Gaucho fans, along with several teams that played earlier today in our 9th, 7th, 5th, and 3rd place matches. The rest of it all red and black. Here's Hickman for Flaws. That's dug out by Christensen. In the middle, Lexi Wolf on the assist from Bunker. We're tied. And the Gauchos showing some new life. Kelsey Tuvell with the jump serve. Hickman, short service for Van Beek, and Van Beek gets it over the net emphatically. 3rd kill for the 6'2" sophomore out of Paw Paw, Illinois. Cobras 4, Glendale 3. Madison Weldon reinserted to serve. Weldon right to the middle of the Gaucho defense. Bunker goes cross court for Beck. That's off of Van Beek. Tuvell keeps it alive. Bunker keeps it alive. Back over to the Cobras side. Weldon on her knees, setting up Van Beek, and she loves to try and make that move where she stands in the middle and heads it for the sideline, but that one was too strong. Unforced error, tied for the 3rd time. Side out Glendale, low serve. Barnard can't get there, and for the first time tonight, the Gaucho fans can celebrate a lead. Ace for Corinne Tobin, the 4th of the night for Glendale. Here's Hickman setting up Dalkey. Deflected, kept alive, but Tuvell's follow-up goes over the net and wide. And Glendale's lead short-lived. Cliff Hastings, the 5th-year head coach of the Cobras, brings Madison Harpist in off the bench. Point Gauchos as Courtney Beck trying to build on a 1-point lead, only the 2nd lead the Gauchos have had all night, trying to stem the tide down 0-2. Here's Weldon for Barnard. Winds up, hits it through the double block. We're tied again. No ties before this set. This is the 5th time we've been deadlocked here in the first 12 points. Caitlin Hunt wearing that green libero jersey. Here's Mackenzie Beck. Beautiful setup for Lexi Wolf. Gauchos seem to have some newfound confidence. Like I said, they've already battled back from 0-2 once in this tournament. Carly Bauer, the libero, serving. Here's Weldon for Barnard, and no answer for that as Barnard took advantage of the slow developing double block on the other side. Already 10 kills for Barnard. Madison Hickman ready to go. Mackenzie Beck cross court. Christensen right into the double block. Gauchos with another chance. Mackenzie Beck trying for the sneak attack. Jackson with the answer. Neither effective. From the back line, it's Courtney Beck. Here's Hickman. Behind her for Flaws. Down the line and inside the back line. Tegan Flaws swings Parkland back out on top by 1. Hickman going cross court with the serve. Here's Mackenzie Beck for Christensen. Right into the block of Flaws. 9-7 Cobras. Gauchos cannot afford to fall behind by much in this third set, and Lisa Stuck wants to not take any chances on that. She'll call a timeout for the Gauchos. Parkland 9, Glendale 7. Keep it here for more coverage of the championship match at the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships. Well, congratulations to all of our winners today in the 5 matches. Kansas City, Kansas taking 9th place. Illinois Central taking 7th. Central in a mammoth match that went overtime in the 5th set, beating Columbus State for 5th place. And congratulations to Cali, who swept Columbus State in the 3rd place match. Here, Parkland vying for the sweep, but now getting trouble from Glendale. Here in this 3rd set, after winning the first 2 rather handily, as Barnard has it blocked back to her. 9-8. Glendale serving for the tie, courtesy of Sydney Bunker. Here's Hickman behind her for Flaws, and no answer there as she goes cross court. Flaws with half a dozen kills, and the Cobras stay on top by 2. Dahlke checks back in to the Cobras lineup as Barnard serves. Here's Bunker. Jump assist, and that one goes down the line and in front of the libero Hunt. Point for Haley Christensen, Glendale side out. Here's Christensen. Line drive service. Hickman behind her. Dink attempt by Flaws. Hunt saves the day. Another dink attempt. This time it's Tobin. Bunker can't punch it across. Cobra is able to take the point. Most of the action happening right near that Phoenix College Bears logo here at the Bears Den. Elena Jackson with the serve. Set up for Dahlman. That's blocked. This one comes to the far side, and Courtney Beck finds a hole. Much more close to the vest in this 3rd set as Kelsey Tuvell serves to try and tie it at 11. Hickman for Flaws. Cross court. Bunker still cannot handle it, and Flaws has had that happen 3 times in this set alone. Weldon checks in for Hickman. Crozier checks in for Flaws in the Parkland lineup. And you know what Hickman or Weldon will do when she's reinserted. Back there to serve. Low serve. Dugout kept alive. Beck gets it back over to Parkland's side. Weldon, short serve for Van Beek. Gets it over the double block, which never really materialized. And that's hard to do against a 6'2" lanky jumper like Van Beek. 13-10. Parkland with their first 3-point lead of this third set. Bunker for Wolf. That's blocked. And Van Beek winds up holding it in their hands. So Wolf starting to come alive. Corinne Tobin, the 5'11" sophomore opposite, serves it into the net. First service error for either team in this third set. Third one overall for the Gauchos. Madison Harpist will replace Dahlke in the Cobra lineup. Stands in the middle of the court to serve it away. Vicente back in. Here is Wolf. That time it's blocked. Wolf goes cross court. Beck trying to punch it over. Deflected by Van Beek and then Crozier, and apparently one of them got into the net. It was Crozier. Point for the Gauchos. Back within 2. Courtney Beck now gets the direction from her head coach. Moves to the near far sideline to serve it. Here's Weldon punching it for Barnard, and Barnard with a dink over the top of the double block. Cobras 15, Gauchos 12. The back-to-the-wall third set for the Gauchos, who have already lost the first 2. Hunt, line drive, serve. Here's Mackenzie Beck, cross-court for Christensen, that's blocked. Gauchos with another try. That one over the top by Tobin. Here's Hunt to Weldon. Weldon didn't give Crozier much of a chance, and Crozier hits it into the antenna. Carly Bauer back in, side out Gauchos, down 2. And that one not fielded cleanly by Barnard. First ace for Bauer, 5th for the Gauchos tonight. And Bauer suddenly serving for the tie again. Running jump serve, deep to the middle. Here's Weldon for Barnard. Just a little bit long. We're tied at 15. 7th tie here in this third set. 7th tie overall. Here's Madison Weldon, straight up in the air for Crozier. Double block, pancake by Beck, keeps it alive. What a play. Here's Weldon for Jackson. That one catches inside the sideline. Well, Courtney Beck almost had the motivational point of the match so far for Glendale. But instead, Jackson keeps the lead on Parkland's side at 16-15. Hickman back in, serves it away. Beck, backwards assist, and it is an assist. Kayla Dahlman with the finish, making Misha McDowell. Here's Sydney Bunker trying to give the Gauchos the lead. Here's Flaws saving it. Gauchos on the attack. Christensen cross court. Net violation against Parkland. Glendale back out on top. Only the second time they have led tonight. Bunker, line drive, serve. Weldon, sneak attack. Christensen able to get a fist on it. Make that Sydney Bunker, but that's all. Hickman gets credit for the point. Tied again. Bunker behind her. Christensen has it dug out by Morgan Hickman. Here's Flaws from the midline. Bunker again. Tobin. That one deflected. Goes back to Hunt just inside the back line. Dahlke with a lot of power, but Beck's there. Bunker cross court for Christensen. There's Barnard setting it up. Hickman to Flaws. Deflected. Saved by Tobin. Back over to the Cobra's side. Push kill attempt by Hickman. Saved by the Gauchos again. Winding up is Tobin. That one goes wide. Gauchos wanting a deflection, and they get it. Point for the Gauchos. Lisa Stuck was up lobbying for that one. No protest on the other side from Parkland head coach Cliff Hastings. That gives the partisan crowd here wearing red and black something to cheer about. Here's Hickman setting it up for Flaws, but Flaws with a miss hit hits the antenna. And this is the largest lead of the match for Glendale, and Lisa Stuck with a smile on her face as the Cobras call timeout. Glendale trying to bounce back on top of the top-seeded Cobras, 19-17 midway through set 3. Keep it here for more coverage of the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship match on NJCAA TV. If Parkland wins, it will be their second NJCAA volleyball tournament championship ever, the first one coming 15 years ago. For the Gauchos, this is uncharted waters. Lisa Stuck has coached them to 3 third-place finishes. They have never reached the championship match until tonight. And trying to pull off the ultimate Cinderella upset. They're up 19-17, but down 2-0. Dahlke can't get it over the tape, although they let it play. That one deflected. Glendale thought it was a 4th hit, didn't get over the tape. And there's a net violation to give the Gauchos the point anyway. 3 unanswered points by the Gauchos. That's the difference right now in the third set. Christensen with a running jump serve. Hickman, short service for Jackson. That's pushed right back to her. Hunt goes to the far sideline for Dahlke. That's dug out nicely by Bauer. Christensen has to just get it back over to the Parkland side. Hickman for Flaws. Cross court. That one snuffed out by Bunker, but a miscommunication at the front line. Point Parkland. Crucial mistake. Beck and McDowell looked at each other. It dropped between them. Side out Cobras. Jackson down the line. That one's wide. Service error. And Cliff Hastings gets up off the bench. This is the first real emotion we've seen from him since Thursday. Service error Cobras. Hastings didn't agree. That's their 5th. Side out Glendale. Here's Tuvell. Low serve. Mishandled. Hickman keeping it alive. Hunt punches it over. Tobin with a sneak attack, but Hunt's there. Hickman, quick setup for Van Beek. Gets it inside the sideline. Two-point Gaucho lead. Late in the third set. Gauchos need to win to force a 4th set. Parkland still vying for the sweep. Here's Weldon. Madison Weldon into the middle of the defense. Bunker setting it up for Tobin. Tobin has it go wide. Is it a deflection? No. It's scissored through the defense and wound up on the other side of the back line. And Lisa Stuck wants a timeout for the Gauchos, whose lead has shrunk to 1. 21-20. Gauchos on top of the Cobras as we continue coverage on NJCAA TV with the 2014 NJCAA Division II Tournament Championship. Tight one here in set 3. Drastic difference from the first 2 sets of this championship match. Cobras suddenly in a dogfight. Madison Weldon serving for the tie. Here's Bunker for Lexi Wolf. Nice dig by Hunt on the back line. Dahlke into the double block. Here's Bunker right into the middle. Punched over by Beck. Hunt keeps it alive. There's Barnard to the backside. Cross court, Tobin finding Beck. Van Beek with a block. Bunker setting it up for Tobin. Blocked by Dulke. Wolf barely gets it over, and she's going to get credit for the point. Wolf just barely got hands on it after mistiming with Bunker, but still gets credit for her 5th kill. And the Gauchos still have the lead. Weldon for Van Beek, and she knew exactly where the hole was in the Gaucho defense as she lightly pushed it over. 22-21. Madison Harpist into the Cobras lineup to try and tie it with a serve. Nervous time for the Gaucho fans here at the Bears Den. Short service. Beck going cross court to the other Beck. That's Courtney. Weldon for Barnard. Barnard into the double block and wide. Barnard, who had been quiet during this Gaucho rally, but still in double figures with a dozen kills. 2s across. 22 apiece. Short serve. Joust at the net. Beck keeps it alive. Here's Courtney Beck. Weldon for Van Beek trying to push it across, and this time it's wide. Gauchos take the lead back. 2 points away from forcing set 4. Courtney Beck taking a long look at the sideline to get the directional signal. Line drive serve. Weldon quickly for Van Beek. Finds the hole in the defense. Last ditch effort. Tuvel gets it back over to Parkland side. Weldon cross court for Barnard. That's dug out. Mackenzie Beck for Christensen. And it's blocked right into Lori Van Beek. Tied at 23. Van Beek checks out. Elena Jackson checks in. Gauchos 2 points away from forcing set 4. Hunt 2 points away for the Cobras winning their first tournament championship in 15 years. Christensen goes through the double block, but it stays on the Cobras side. Game point. Gauchos serving. Gaucho fans come to their feet in unison. Cliff Hastings wants time to quiet them down. Glendale 24, Parkland 23. This is the drama we were hoping for in the final match, the championship match of the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship on NJCAA TV. Gauchos need to win this point to force a game 4 and stave off elimination. They're up 24-23. This is their first game point. Carly Bauer with the serve. Here's Weldon for Barnard, going for the finesse. Glendale's ready. There's finesse by McDowell. Parkland ready. Barnard with the power. Kept up in the air by Dahlman. Here's Christensen. That's the double block. That will fall. Cobras fall in set 3. Gauchos are still alive. We will take a break and we'll come back as we extend the 2014 championship match here in this 3-day NJCAA Division II tournament. Final score of set 3. The Glendale Gauchos 25, the Parkland Cobras 23. We'll be back on NJCAA TV. Want to take this opportunity to thank the 4 official hotels of the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships. The Hampton Inn Phoenix Midtown, the Hilton Phoenix Suites, the Holiday Inn Phoenix Downtown North, and the Wyndham Gardens Phoenix Midtown. We thank all 4 for taking care of our teams, players, coaches, administrators, family, and friends during their stay here in Phoenix, and we appreciate their continued support of the NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships, which will be extended by at least one more game. Heading to set 4 after the Gauchos fought off elimination to knock off the top-seeded Cobras 25-23 in set 3. The Cobras vying for their 55th win of the season. They entered the tournament as the only one to have more than 40 wins. They'll start it off with a serve, and Misha McDowell goes long in her first attempt. 4th straight time that the Cobras have scored first in these 4 sets. Here's Bunker. Quick service for McDowell. That's dug out by Weldon. Barnard with a directional kill attempt, but Bunker's there. Christensen from the other side, cross court. Weldon with the push kill attack. Tuvel goes a long way for the dig. Here's Christensen. Deflected, just enough to land in front of the libero Hunt. Tied at 1 apiece. Side out Gauchos. Haley Christensen walking slowly towards the back line. Serves it up short. Here's Weldon for Flaws, who had to wait a long time for that one to get there, and hits it into the net. Glendale with the early lead. Christensen. Hunt fields. Weldon cross court. Barnard deflected. Christensen with a dig. Bunker goes cross court for Courtney Beck and hits it into the double block. It stays on the Cobras side. Courtney Beck has been rather quiet tonight. That's only her 5th kill, but it comes at a big time. Gauchos trying to build on the momentum of winning set 3. Weldon for Barnard. Going for finesse, and that time they won't get there as Bunker slides hard into our courtside location. Glendale 3, Parkland 2. Serving for the tie is Lizzie Barnard. Bunker, quick service for McDowell, and the Cobras back line freezes and watches it drop. 4-2 Gauchos. Kelsey Tuvel, her first chance to serve in a while. Weldon for Jackson, and the same result as Flaws, as Weldon not giving line drive serves, and the middle blockers are mistiming their jumps, but a net violation gives Parkland the point anyway. Jackson serves. Bunker for Tobin, slammed right back into Bunker's face, but Gauchos keep it alive. Weldon for Dalkey, trying for the tap. It's blocked by Tobin, and then it drops. And suddenly, the Cobras not on the same page. 5-3 Glendale. Here's Corinne Tobin. Right into the middle. Weldon for Van Beek, just pops it over the net. And now miscommunication by Glendale. Mackenzie Beck and Lexi Wolf not syncing up. So each team with unforced errors. Madison Hickman checking back in to try and tie it. Short serve. Tuvel has to go down to her knees to get it. Christensen from the back line. Kept alive by Hickman. Here's Dalkey. Dalkey has it deflected. That gives Tuvel time to get over there. Courtney Beck powering it through the defense. Lisa Stuck off the Glendale bench, applauding the effort. Courtney Beck changing direction, coming to the near sideline, ready to serve. Keeps it down the near sideline. Hickman goes a long way to set up Dalkey, and it's productive as she gets it in the coffin corner. Each team back and forth exchanging points. Glendale holding on to a 1-point lead. Harpus with the serve. Here's Beck. Short service for Wolf, who punches it. Hunt with the dig. Finessed by Barnard, and now a net violation against Glendale will tie it up. Only the second time we've been tied in the first 12 points. Hippity-hop serve by Harpist. Here's Beck for Wolf, and Wolf puts it right into the net. And down on the Cobras side for the point. Carly Bauer into serve. Deep serve. Weldon. Sneak attack works, and she did it from her knees. Beautiful play by the freshman setter. Tied again. Side out Cobras. Hunt with the serve. Misha McDowell with the setup. Hickman with the dig. Crozier going to the middle of the defense for Bauer. Here's Christensen. Over the top. Deflected by Hickman. Hunt's there, though. Back over to the Gauchos side. Now the sneak attack by Mackenzie Beck. Second straight point for the setter. Beck sensing with all of that scrambling that the Cobras' defensive alignment wasn't set, and she proved right. Back out on top are the Gauchos. Sydney Bunker with the service. Hickman, short set for Jackson, who's been quiet. That's a dig for Beck. Christensen to the middle for Hunt. Here's Barnard down the line, off Bunker. That'll be a point for Barnard and the Cobras. Fourth tie. Cobras have only had the lead once in this set. That was the first point of the fourth set. Bunker trying to keep it alive and does somehow. And Beck gets it right over the net and scores. (9-8) Glendale. Gaucho fans trying to believe. Huge crowd wearing red and black here at the Bears Den. Normally enemy territory for them during the regular season. Phoenix College and Glendale Community College arch rivals normally. And now Cliff Hastings protesting that call. Sending Madison Weldon over for a clarification with the lead official Katrina McCormick-Meyer. And the call will apparently stand. Cliff Hastings just kind of raises his eyebrows as he gets the relay, and he sits back down. Haley Christensen running serve, barely over the net. Weldon, cross court, Barnard off the deflection, saved by Bauer. Bunker in the middle, setting it up for Beck, who goes finesse for the kill. And Courtney Beck starting to warm up. 4 kills combined in the first 3 sets. She's doubled that total here in this fourth set. 10-8, Christensen serving. Hunt back into play. Almost fell for the point. Bunker for McDowell. Kept up by Weldon. Here's Flaws. Right to Tobin. Bunker, far sideline. Beck, she's been hot, but Hunt with the dig. Here's Weldon to Barnard. Double block. Almost falls. Weldon keeps it alive. Pushed across by Hunt. Gauchos on the attack. Bunker for Tobin. Splits the double block. Timeout Cobras. Lisa Stuck pumping her fist in elation. Gauchos continuing to rally. It's Glendale 11 and Parkland 8 as we continue championship match coverage of the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships on NJCAA TV. Point Gaucho lead. Parkland section in the north end, very quiet at the moment. Packed house, standing room only here at the Bears Den. And the ones wearing red and black cheering the ace by Tobin that sneaks over the top of the tape. Touchdown lead for the Gauchos. Tobin, line drive serve. Shot that time by Maya Peacock, who just checked in. Here's Beck. That's Doug. Weldon for Barnard. Long shot. Tuvel's there. Quick service. Wolf just barely got it over. Beck with another try. Gets it in the corner. Four unanswered points by the Gauchos. They've doubled up their lead. Corinne Tobin taking a glance at the sideline for the directional signal. Tobin wearing a black number 2 on the front of her red jersey. Here's Peacock with the defense or with the dink, and that one doesn't get over the tape. And Cliff Hastings starting to look a little bit more concerned as the Gauchos starting to move swiftly towards a fifth and deciding set. Weldon setting up Van Beek. That's dug by Christensen. Beck to Tobin, who just has to push it across the line. Running kill attempt by Flaws. The dig for Tobin. Peacock has it blocked. Mackenzie Beck right there. 10-point Gaucho lead. Who'd have thunk it? Time out Parkland. Gaucho fans on their feet here at the Bears Den. Championship feeling at its finest. It's Glendale 20, Parkland 10. Keep it here for more championship match coverage on NJCAA TV. Well, this tournament wouldn't have been possible without the generosity of several restaurants in our area that we'd like to thank here. La Piñata Mexican Restaurant, Panera Bread and Paradise Bakery, Subway Restaurants, Town Talk 2 Barbecue, and the host for our banquet, TGI Fridays Front Row Sports Grill. Another ace for Corinne Tobin, and the Cobras are on their heels. Much like the Gauchos were in the first 2 sets. And that's another ace. Cobras disorganized. Tobin, 4 aces for the sophomore. 22-10. What a turnaround. Here's Weldon for Van Beek. And that one can't even get over the net. And Cliff Hastings right now just resigned to letting him play it out. Glendale trying to force a 5th set for the second time in as many nights. Weldon, cross court for Peacock. The dink, dug out by Tobin. Here's Courtney Beck. Game point, Gauchos. And it's been the emergence of Courtney Beck at the front of the net. And the serving of Corinne Tobin at the back. Tegan Flaws. Over to the side. Wolf. Did they get a deflection? Yes! Point for Glendale. We're going to the 5th set. The 10th seed trying to complete the Cinderella run. End of set 4. Glendale ties it up at 2 apiece as they beat top seed Parkland 25-10. We'll take a break and come back. It's the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship match right here on NJCAA TV. not an open seat in the house. Jim Howe welcoming you to the packed Bears Den, the 27th and final match of this stirring 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship. And it ends fittingly going to the fifth set. The true Cinderella, 10th seed Glendale, falling behind 2-0 to the top seed Parkland, coming back to win the last two sets, including the fourth set 25-10. And now the first one to 15 is going to call themselves national champions. Parkland on the left, in gold. Glendale on the right, in red. Madison Hickman will start it off. Let's see if the Cobras are able to regroup. Nice dig by Hickman. Coming over to the side. Flaws with the dink. Saved by the Gauchos. Beck able to keep it alive. Here's Barnard. Bunker digs it out. Pushed over by McDowell. Long first point. Flaws going cross court. Bunker somehow gets under it. Beck has it deflected on the kill attempt. Hickman for Dalkey. Back to the back line for Beck. Here is Christensen. Pushes it over. Deflected by Hickman. Hunt to Barnard. They won't get it over, and Glendale strikes first blood. That's the first time tonight that the Gauchos have scored first in a set. Christensen will serve it away here in set 5. Here's Hickman behind for Flaws, and Teagan for the first time in a while able to get it through the defense. Tied at a point apiece. Here's Barnard. Don't forget, we'll have the tournament award ceremony coming up after this fifth set, which might go a while depending on how things have gone. First service error of the fifth set sends it back to the Gauchos, and Tuvel's going to return serve. Back-to-back service errors, they exchange. It's 2-2. Elena Jackson trying to calm down. Here's Bunker. Short setup for Wolf into the double block, but Van Beek was too far away from the net. It trickles down for the point for Glendale. Lexi Wolf with her sixth kill. Here's Hickman keeping it alive. Flaws off the deflection. Here's Beck to the other Beck. Dig by Hunt. Sneak attack by Hickman gets it to go. Third time in as many sets that Hickman has been able to get the point. Tied at 3. Absolute electricity here between these walls, as it has been all day long. Here's Madison Weldon. Short serve. Mackenzie Beck. Backwards for Wolf. Splits the double block. Point Gauchos. Remember, the first team that gets to 8 points, they automatically change sides without a timeout. Here's Courtney Beck with the service. Weldon for Van Beek, who just taps it over the top of the net. That's the benefit of being 6'2". That's Van Beek's first kill since the third set. Parkland vying for their first lead of the fifth set. Here's Madison Harpist. Short service. Wolf comes into action. Here's Beck to Christensen. Double block. And Tuvel can't keep it in bounds. Cobras take the lead 5-4. Harpist serving again from the middle of the court. Another short serve. Here's Mackenzie Beck, cross court for Christensen. Double block, deflects it. Barnard. Here is Crozier with a push kill attempt, but Courtney Beck's there. Christensen again, down the line, and it finds the corner for the point. Tie number 4. Make it tie number 5. Carly Bauer, another Glendale service error. This hasn't been a problem since the first set, but it is now. 6-5 Parkland. Hunt with the serve. Down the near sideline. Here's Beck for Christensen. Deflected, but Weldon's right there. Barnard approaching. Push kill. Dug out. Mackenzie Beck for Christensen again. And she hits it into the double block. It goes wide. Christensen. 2 kills in this 5th set. Tied at 6. Neither team budging an inch. Here's Bunker's service to try and give the Gauchos the lead back. Weldon for Barnard with the dink, and no one will get there. Barnard with a huge night. It's been quiet in the last couple of sets, but she still leads the way in kills with 15. None bigger than that one. Hickman's service. And that one is mishit. That'll be the first ace of the 5th set. Morgan Hickman gets them to 8. The 2 teams will change sides. It's the first 2-point lead of the 5th set for either squad. Don't forget, we've got our awards ceremony coming up at the conclusion of this match, whenever we decide to get there. Parkland with the lead in the serve. Hickman trying to keep the momentum going. Gaucho fans making a ton of noise. Here's Bunker. Short service for McDowell, but Hunt's there for the dig. Hickman setting it up for Barnard, who goes long. Side out Glendale. Lisa Stuck. Screaming instructions and assuming Sydney Bunker can hear her across the way. And that one is allowed to go long. 3rd service error in this set by Haley Christensen and the Gauchos. Costly miscue. And Lisa Stuck wants a timeout. 5th set. Can you believe this? It's Parkland 9, Glendale 7. Keep it here for the championship match, set 5. On NJCAA TV. Jim Howell back here at the Bears Den. We'd like to thank our play-by-play announcers who have provided you the sights and sounds over the last 3 days. Thanks to Wayne Black, Mike Caradanudo, and Aaron Webster, along with my partner in crime the last 3 days, producer James Crenshaw. 9-7 Cobras. Barnard with a serve. Barnard with a service area. Both of these teams have been very keen on letting it go when they haven't been worrying about it the first 4 sets. 5 service errors combined here in the 17 points of this 5th set. Tavel with a short serve. Here's Hickman behind her for Flaws. Pushes it in the middle. Dug out by Tavel. There's Beck with the kill. $11 kills on the night for Courtney Beck. That leads the way for Glendale. And we're tied for the 7th time. Hickman for Jackson. Powers it down. Elena has been very quiet since the first set. 10-9 Cobras. And Cliff Hastings is going to get Ayla Dew. Little used so far during this tournament, but the 5'10 freshman outside hitter has a chance to shine on the serve. Bunker for Tobin. Hammers it. Kept alive. Dalkey back over. Tavel to Bunker. Trying again is Tobin. This time the finesse doesn't work. Wolf over to the other side for Beck. That's kept alive by Barnard. Dalkey just has to get it to the Gauchos side. Bunker going for Wolf into the double block. Wolf cross court. Beck into the block of Van Beek. Bunker. Dink again. This time the finesse works for Courtney Beck. tied at 10. No breathing room whatsoever. Tobin, low serve. Hickman for Flaws. Cross court, wide. Glendale with the lead. Their first one since it was 4-3. And here's Corinne Tobin, who finished out the fourth set behind the back line. Hickman for Van Beek. That's kept up in the air. Here's the sneak attack by Bett, and it'll work. Mackenzie Beck gives Glendale their first 2-point lead of this fifth and deciding set. Gaucho fans screaming in approval. Tobin takes an extra breath, feeling the electricity here in this room. And Cliff Hastings sensing a little bit of uneasiness for his team. Cobras call timeout. It's Glendale 12, Parkland 10, trying for the upset in the national championship match of Division II here on NJCAA TV. Five to 1 run by the Gauchos at the perfect time. Set 5. 3 points away from their first ever title. Parkland trails by 2. Dalkey trying to change that. Dig by Tavel. Mackenzie Beck to Courtney Beck. Into the double block and down. This looks so one-sided after the second set. But the Gauchos continue to believe. 2 points away from a title. Here's Hickman for Dalkey. Dalkey with the angle and makes it work. Will it count? Apparently it will. And now the sneak attack by Hickman. A lot of the Parkland fans were screaming that was 4 hits on the Gauchos. But Hickman gets the point for him anyway. That stops the run of 4 unanswered points by the Gauchos. Now Madison Weldon will serve it with her Cobra team down 2. They've been pretty much the number 1 team all year long. That one deflected, kept alive by Weldon. Barnard with a double hit, and it's match point for the Cinderella. Courtney Beck with history in her hands right now. She serves. Weldon for Van Beek, who taps it over that wall. Van Beek comes up big. Still match point for the road team, who has to feel like a home team in this building. Fans in a frenzy. Low serve. Here's Mackenzie Beck for Christensen, and Christensen wins the title for Glendale. Celebration, Gaucho style. And Lisa stuck in tears. 17 years, the quest for the national title. And it happens tonight in the most unlikely fashion for one of Stuck's fewest winning teams coming in to the Region 1 tournament as the 4th seed, coming off the deck to win 3 straight, entering the tournament just getting over 500 and knocking off Kansas City, Kansas at number 7. Central out of Nebraska at number 2. Defending champion Cowley at number 6. And now coming off an 0-2 hole where they only scored 25 points in the first 2 sets combined. and coming back to beat 54-win Parkland, the top seed, with a 15-12 set 5 victory. We will take a break, come back with a celebration and the awards ceremony here at midcourt. Glendale, in unbelievable fashion, the 10th seed, is the 2014 NJCAA Division II National Champion. We'll have more from the Bears Den at Phoenix College as the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships continue right here on NJCAA TV.
These will be last.
Okay.
And I would.
Fans, once again, how about a hand for these two great teams? This has been an amazing 3-day event here at the Bears Den at Phoenix College, and we'd like to announce and honor the top 3 teams who survived this 16-team field. First of all, to present our trophies, NJCAA Division II Volleyball Committee Chair Carl Heinrich, as well as Phoenix College Athletic Director And Region 1 Assistant Women's Director Samantha Izell presenting the third place trophy to Cowley College. Pictures after. Now for the results of the great championship match you just watched. First, the second place trophy of the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships goes to the Cobras of Parkland College. Now let's present the individual medals to this great team. Winners of 54 during the 2014 campaign. Freshman number 1, Madison Harpest. Freshman number 2, Rowan Crozier. Sophomore number 3, Tegan Flaws. Freshman number 4, Haley Gray. Freshman number 7, Lizzie Barnard. Freshman number 8, Kelly Lean. Freshman number 9, Elena Jackson. Sophomore number 10, Elise Dolke. Freshman number 11, Maya Peacock. Freshman number 12, Ayla Dew. Sophomore number 13, Madison Weldon. Freshman number 14, Kaylee Kleinert. Sophomore number 16, Caitlin Hunt. Sophomore number 18, Morgan Hickman. And sophomore number 19, Lori Van Beek. Head coach for the Cobras, Cliff Hastings. And assistant coaches, Ron Hoppy and Allie Reese. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship runner-up, Parkland College. And now it's time to present the championship trophy of 2014 NJCAA Division II to the Gauchos of Glendale Community College. Introducing our individual national championship medalists. Freshman number 1, Carly Bauer. Sophomore number 2, Corinne Tobin. Freshman number 3, Sydney Bunker. Sophomore number 4, Kristen Basenti. Freshman number 5, Kayla Dolman. Freshman number 6, Mackenzie Beck. Freshman number 7, Haley Christensen. Sophomore number 8, Heather Fisher. Freshman number 9, Lexi Wall. Freshman number 10, Misha McDowell. Sophomore number 11, Courtney Beck. Sophomore number 12, Kayla Gladden. And sophomore number 13, Kelsey Tubel. The head coach winning her first national championship, Lisa Stuck. Assistant coaches, Brittany Rhodes and Nick Giatrodakis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the 2014 NJCAA Division II All-Tournament Team. First, from Iowa Central, Maddie Gray. From Kansas City, Kansas, Blair Russell. From Pasco Hernando State College, Logan Miller. From Illinois Central Community College, Katie Lee. From Des Moines Area Community College, Taylor Case. From Central Community College, Megan Anderson. From Columbus State Community College, Ellie Kane. From Cowley College, Lena De Silva. From Parkland College, Lori Van Bee. From Parkland College, Caitlin Hans. From Glendale Community College, Sydney Bunker. From Glendale Community College, Haley Christensen. And ladies and gentlemen, announcing the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championship Most Valuable Player from Glendale Community College, number 11, Courtney Beck. And finally, announcing our 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships Coach of the Year from Glendale, Lisa Stuck. Once again, your national champions from Glendale. We'd like to invite all parents, family, and friends to come out now and take pictures of the two teams. For the rest of you, we would like to thank you all very much for being a part of this special three-day event, the 2014 NJCAA Division II Volleyball Championships. Thank you all so much for attending. Please drive home safely and have a great night. Celebration continues here at center court at the Bears Den at Phoenix College. The most unlikely of heroines, the 10th seeded Glendale Gauchos, who literally had to back their way into the postseason and then caught fire and did it in big fashion, sweeping their way through the Region 1 tournament, which made them the District I champions representing Arizona. Came in here lightly regarded, but Lisa Stuck knew what she had in her squad. They started it off at 11 a.m. Thursday, dispatching 7th-seeded Kansas City, Kansas Community College, moving to the winner's bracket, and then facing what many people consider to be the biggest opponent to Parkland for the title, namely the Raiders of number 2 Central Community College out of Columbus, Nebraska. And Glendale was able to take that challenge and advance on to the semifinals, where they faced none other than the defending national champions, and the Cowley College Tigers were just as hungry. They took a 2-set lead last night in the final match of the day two itinerary and had Glendale on the ropes. And the Gauchos just slowly built confidence, took it to a 5th set, and then went extras in that 5th set to win it 19-17, forcing their way for the first time in Lisa Stuck's 17-year tenure into the championship match against the team that was expected to be there, Parkland, who had dominated MCC Longview at 16, Des Moines Area Community College at number 8, and then sweeping Columbus State Community College number 5 seed in last night's semifinals. And Parkland came out firing, dominating the first 2 sets, winning 25-13 and 25-14, and it looked like it was going to be a quick evening. But Glendale slowly started building confidence in the 3rd set, was able to come from behind and win it 25-23, and then dominated set 4 as Parkland was on their heels the entire time, forcing the 5th set by winning 25-10, and then a nip and tuck battle in the 5th and dominating set, 8 ties among the 27 points, and it was Glendale finishing with a flurry, outscoring Parkland down the stretch, 8-3, capped off by a Courtney Beck finish. Courtney Beck winds up the tournament MVP. Lisa Stuck, after 3 third-place finishes in the national tournament over 17 years, is finally able to call her program and herself a national champion. We'd like to thank all of the program organizers. Of course, we'd like to thank Mary Ellen Light, Mark Krug from the NJCAA National Office, as well as the committee chair, Carl Heinrich, and the vice president for women, Michelle Rubel, and, of course, everybody here at Phoenix College, led by President Dr. Anna Sali, Vice President Paul DeRose, and Athletic Director Samantha Izell. We'd also like to thank our great crew all tournament long, who had to fight numerous behind-the-scenes issues, but were able to bring you the sights and sounds cleanly, led by producer James Crenshaw, who did just a marvelous job being able to hold the fort down and give us all the chance to be very successful in bringing you this great tournament, along with our play-by-play announcers Wayne Block, Mike Caradanuto, and Aaron Webster. And so it whets the appetite, as this is only year 1 of Phoenix College's 2-year block in hosting this prestigious 3-day event, and we'll start it back up on November 19, 2015, when the top 16 teams in the nation in Division II NJCAA head to the Valley of the Sun for 27 more matches to decide who is the top team. So, until we talk to you next year, this is Jim Howell speaking to you one last time from the Bears Den on the legendary Phoenix College campus in the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona. Reminding you, the final score again in the NJCAA 2014 Division II Volleyball Championship match. In a thriller, Glendale, the 10th seed, overturns the championship run of Parkland, the top seed, winning 13-25, 14-25, 25-23, 25-10, and 15-12. Good night, everybody.